Okay, today I am here with this little toodles doll, and it's got some damage. An interesting doll. Has metal framework. You can see the metal framework in the leg cups. You can also see the framework here, and this is I don't know if you can see the styrofoam, and then there's an area, see the framework just kind of goes around, so there's an area where the abdomen is soft and the framework is just around, so it has kind of a squishy tummy. It's got a really cute face. The eyes are extremely dirty, and let me see if I can open one or both, and you can see that they are, oops, come on, eyeballs. Alright, there we go. I don't know if that's all damage or dirt and damage. We will see. I've got a number of things out here that I'm going to use. I'm going to put a little E6000 on this and use a little bit of painter's tape to fasten that back. I will use these rubber bands, and the doll needs to be restrung. Let me see how it has those. You can see this metal framework inside of the doll here. Let's see if I can get it where you can see. So I'll take out the old bands, restring the doll. It's losing its hair, or molded hair here. That will have to be fixed later. But my main objective is to clean and stabilize some of this. But let me show you. It's a toodles, and it's marked here. It says Petit toodles on the back. Its little legs are a little bit caved in. I figure when I get this cleaned up, I will restring it and, like I said, stabilize it. I've got a little small baby diaper I'll put on it. That'll help to stabilize this bottom end after it's repaired. And pad it for preventative of future damage. Okay, the eyes are open now. You can see that they're kind of cracked. But hopefully, with a little bit of work, we can improve this doll a little bit, brighten it up, and make it look nice for display. Alright, so right now I'm going to pause this for just a minute, and I'm going to detach the string that's inside, and then we'll start restringing this to begin with. Okay, I have this partially detached, and this is how I will clean it while it is all detached. And I wanted to show you, just in case you come across one of these, how this is attached. And the rubber band went across to both arms and then down to the legs. And what I will do is I'll use a rubber band that is shorter, that'll span across from arm to arm. And then I'll use another one that will go from the head and then down to both legs. And I'll show you how I do that when I get to that point. There's a little something going on with the eyes that keep them from opening, and hopefully I can make that mechanism so that the eyes will work properly while I've got this head off. If not, not such a big deal, but I can see that there's some kind of a little track and a groove there that I'll have to figure out. Alright, let me pause this for a minute and I'll see if I can determine what the problem is. Okay, I think it's just a matter of age and dirt. So hopefully a couple of little drops of oil and just cleaning the exterior part of these eyes will solve that problem. And what I'm going to use is just a little bit of goop on a Q-tip, and also then a little bit of goop on the face area. And let's see if we can't clean this up. Okay, as you can see, I've rubbed a little bit of goop around the exterior portion of the eyes, and it's already starting to melt away that dirt. Let me just take this Q-tip if I can while you're watching. Easier said than done, but you can see that a lot of dirt is coming off just without much effort. So I'm going to rub a little more of that back on, and then I'm going to go ahead and take some goop. And I've noticed with the goop, it tends to kind of moisturize some of these parts. So I'm going to rub goop all over these rubbery parts and then wipe them back off without removing the goop. It has some paraffins in it, so those paraffins are really kind of good for conditioning things like this. They work really good on old suitcases and things of that nature, leather items. So I'm going to rub it all over. I'm going to clean up all these body parts, and I'm going to keep working on this face a little bit, and I will update you as I'm doing that. Okay, now you can see that I have coated the eyes quite well, and I will just let that sit. This should clear up the problem with the eyes. Okay, boy, that makes your hands really messy. But it smells good, and it does help to remove some of the, move some of these out of the way, if I can get them out of the way. I'm trying to look at too many things at one time. Okay, it does get a lot of the odors off of your doll. Okay, let's check this out. Okay, we're sleeping. And now we're awake. Okay, try it again here. Okay, stubborn. I do need to put a couple of drops of oil inside the head on just the mechanism very carefully. But as you can see, much brighter. Let's see if I can use the light here to my advantage so you can see the eyes a little bit. They're cleaner, but you can see that inside of the actual eye itself, it's probably shattered. And what happens is a little bit of moisture, just accumulated moisture, however that happens to get there, gets on the doll, and then someone cleverly throws the doll in a chest or a box out in a shed somewhere that is not protected from temperature, and the eyes, which have accumulated moisture, the water expands inside and busts the eyes. They freeze and bust, and it shatters the insides of the eyes. That's typically what happens. Okay, so I'm satisfied with the amount of cleanliness on the little face. And at least for now, that's much better. You can see that I have applied goop to these pieces here. And you can see that the dirt is just melting off. And hopefully we will get, along with that, an improvement in overall doll aroma, because you do get a little bit of that, what would I call it, vintage aroma? All right, let me pause this. I'm going to wipe these pieces down a little bit, and I will use, wherever I put that, it's hidden over here. I'm going to moisten this and wring it out. Ever so slightly moisten it, wring it out really super well. And very carefully, I will use the magic eraser in some of the stubborn areas. But I do want to be careful because I've noticed that this has got a layer over it that's similar to paint, but I'm going to call it like a plastic coat, for lack of a better term. So I'm going to be very gentle with this because I don't want to start peeling off the little plastic coat that's over this foam. And you can kind of see when I push in how it's got a coating. And if you've ever dealt with anything that's got this kind of neoprene type of a surface, you know what I'm talking about. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, I just wanted to show you the difference in these two legs. I'll turn this one over so that it's on the same side and show you what we've got. Much more, a much more pleasant look there, I think. You can see that a lot of that really bad accumulation is now gone. And it didn't take a lot. Just a little bit of extra rubbing around, around the edges. Okay, let me finish up that other one. Okay, I wanted to show you how much came off with just the goop and a terry cloth towel before I use the magic eraser. So you can see that it's really mostly the goop and the towel that are helping me to achieve these results. A little bit of fine detail with the magic eraser. Okay, what I have done here is clean up these arms. And as you can see, they're looking a lot better. The torso is much improved, but I'm going to rub it down one more time, work on it a little bit more. I'm going to lose my battery, so what I need to do is in this video, I will plug this in and I will start a new video. And in this new video, we will begin to string this doll and start on a few more of the other repairs. So if you've watched this is part 1. Please look for part 2, and thank you for watching. Have a great day.